Okay, good morning, all of you. So today we discuss very important topic of our C programming language, that is pointer. So very first, the I just share a screen. I hope screen is visible to all of you. So what exactly pointer? Okay, and what is the role of pointer in C language? So when we talk about the pointer, so pointer is a what? It's a special type of variable. It's a special type of variable. Okay. Uh, what is the purpose of pointer? So it is used to store. It is used to store address of variable. Okay. So in general variable, what happen if we talk about a general variable? If there is a picture of a variable, so variable is used to store the address. Oh, sorry, to store the value. Okay. It may be of int, float, or character type. The value may be of int type, or it may be of float type, or it may be of character type. Okay, but it is what it is used to store the address of variable. Okay, now pointer variable type depends on type of variable whose address we are going to store, whose address we are going to store. These are the some basic points regarding to pointer. Now, pointer is denoted by the asterisk sign. It is denoted by asterisk sign. Asterisk sign means star. By using this sign, we define a pointer. So, for example, int pointer num, or we can define a variable float pointer fptr, float pointer, or fptr pointer. So this is the pointer variable which we are going to use. Now what happen if you have a general variable? For example, if you have a variable type of int, just say I have the variable of name sum, okay, and again I have another variable of float type, float, say area. Okay. Now if I am going to store the address of num into the sum variable, so sorry, address of sum into a pointer variable. So for sum, it's a int type. So I require the pointer variable of int. So it is a num. So I use a num equal to ampersand define the address, okay, of sum. So it will store the address of sum variable. Again, if you have a fptr variable and we are going to store the address of float type of variable, so ampersand of area, so it will store the address of area variable. Okay, so in case of general variable, it stores just the value of sum or value of area and it will be print out. But now what happen in case of pointer, we are going to store the address of that variable. So most of the time it happen that if we talk about any variable, just for example num, just try to show you the pictorial representation. So let's say it's variable num, okay, and the address of this variable is 65524. There is one more variable whose name is sum, as again it's a type of int. Again the address of this is 65526. Now in the num variable, when you use this syntax, so num variable save the address of sum. So it will save the address of some variable and the address of some variable is 65526. It will store the address of this sum variable in this manner. This is the exact scenario. Okay. Likewise, we define one variable which is fptr, okay, and the another float type of variable that is area. Fptr have some address and the variable area have some address in the memory. So let's say fptr have the address of 7552 2 and it has some address 75526, okay, float 4 bytes. Now when we execute this code, fptr is ampersand of area, so address of area variable are going to stored in the fptr variable, which is 75526. In this way, through the use of pointer variable, we can store the address of one variable into the another variable. So this is the scenario for this code. Okay, and this is the scenario for this code. So in this way, we can store the address of one variable into the another variable using a pointer mechanism. But remember, it is important that the to store the address into the variable, your variable must be of pointer type. If your variable is not a pointer type, then you cannot store the value in that variable. So we just check this scenario using our programming mechanism. So it's simple program where I declare one variable num. Okay, and I just want to check what is the address of this num variable. So I use ampersand of num. Okay, so when we run this program, we got the address of num is 65524. It's a hexadecimal form. Okay, so 65524. Here most specifically I mention address of num variable equal to, I define one variable pointer ptr1. ptr1 equal to ampersand of num. Okay, now here there are two things involved. One is the what is the address of ptr1, and another one is the what is the value of ptr1. Okay, now if we are the ptr, so it store the address of num. So we are going to check both parallelly. Very first we are going to check the address of ptr1. So same statement we are writing here. ptr1, and then we are just print the value of this. So again copy this, and when we paste it, We are going to print value of ptr1 variable. Okay, so rather than using some sign, we are just the ptr simple. Likewise, if you have print the value of num and you are going to assign num is equal to 10, 10 is the value inside the num, and if you use this statement, so value of num variable, but as it is a int, so rather than percent we use the percent format specifier, and rather ptr1 we are just going to use the num variable. Okay, these are the some changes we are done in our program. To compile this, no error, and we run this program, so everything is clear here. Very first address of num variable. Okay, just a minute, by mistake here at the its address of ptr1 variable. Address of num variable, here we are going to print address of ptr variable, ptr1 variable. Okay, so first it prints address of num variable directly by using ampersand sign, then it print address of ptr1 variable using the ampersand sign ptr1, then we just print the value of num variable %d, and then we print the value of that